our ciliary muscles flex to shape the lens. And if our eyes are constantly being strained, they will not relax and focus properly when we try to see objects far away from us. Become conscious of when your eye muscles are straining throughout the day and gently massage around them to release that tension as often as you need. And remember, your eyes are a miraculous gift. There is one more thing you can do, and it will not only help you relax your eyes, but your entire body, and it will change your life dramatically. The body can survive weeks without food and days without water, but only minutes without oxygen, rendering oxygen our most vital nutrient. So it's important for you to breathe properly to obtain the oxygen that your body needs in the most efficient manner.
Breathing is one of the most basic of all physiological functions, and it's one of the few physiological functions we can quickly alter. Breathing is crucial to proper oxygenation of the body, and particularly in the case of someone who's at a computer, the brain. It's so cliche, but it is so true that stress is at the core of most chronic diseases. Definitely true of heart disease, almost certainly true of cancer. Immunological disorders almost always have a stress component. Therefore, anything that reduces your stress is good for you. Most people, especially when they're in a stressful environment or they're preoccupied with other tasks at hand, they tend to breathe only in their chest, which means that the lungs are being used to maybe half of their capacity, such that the air is moving out of the total height of the lungs only within the top half of the lungs.
Breathing is very important. Remember, go back to your child's breathing and try to breathe slow through the nose and through the stomach. So instead of to just use the upper part of the lungs, you're going to use the lower part of your belly. Okay, that's where the oxygen is. So when you inhale, you expand your lower abdomen. When you exhale, you relax the lower abdomen. All the breathing is through the nose. Okay, so that's very important. Always try to breathe through the lower abdomen. It will lower your blood pressure. It will calm you down.
The problem is, for most of us, is that we spend our lives breathing from the top of our chest. What breath practitioners tell us is that if we're breathing from the top of our chest, we're breathing in a state of fear. And one of the first things that we can do is to become aware of our breathing and to consciously begin to start breathing from deep within our lungs. And in doing so, we are bringing not only the Holy Spirit in, or inviting the Holy Spirit into our bodies, but we are literally prolonging our lives. So while it sounds simple, again, the body system is designed not to be a complicated thing. It is designed to be simple. And if we're breathing more properly, that is going to increase our intelligence. It's going to increase our longevity. It's also going to give us expanded spiritual capacity as well.
What we do is we put the child into the corridor of this grade system with a kind of, come on, kitty, kitty, kitty. And yeah, you're going to kindergarten, and that's a great thing because when you finish that, you'll get into first grade. And then, come on, first grade leads to second grade and so on, and then you get out of grade school, you've got high school, and it's revving up, the thing is coming. Then you're going to go to college, and by Jove, then you get into graduate school, and when you're through with graduate school, you go out to join the world. And then you get into some racket where you're selling insurance. And they've got that quota to make. And you're going to make that. And all the time, this thing is coming. It's coming. It's coming. That great thing, the success you're working for. Then when you wake up one day about 40 years old, you say, my God, I've arrived. I'm there. And you don't feel very different from what you always felt. And there's a slight letdown because you feel there's a hoax. And there was a hoax. A dreadful hoax. They made you miss everything. We thought of life by analogy with a journey, with a pilgrimage, which had a serious purpose at the end, and the thing was to get to that end, success or whatever it is, or maybe heaven after you're dead. But we missed the point the whole way along. It was a musical thing, and you were supposed to sing or to dance while the music was being played.
So we're going to have to recognize that all the compromising that we do in order to accomplish our own personal desires, all these things, all this compromise leads to nothing. It never has succeeded, never can. For all this great struggle of competitive materialism ends at the grave. And we take with us out of this life only what we brought in, ourselves. So with this, it shouldn't be so difficult for the individual to say to himself, let's make this daily life a little happier for everyone. Let's try to do it right for a change.
I'm going to miss you when you go.
I'll miss you too, Ron. But you're wrong if you think that the joy of life comes principally from human relationships. God's placed it all around us. It's in everything, in anything we can experience. People just need to change the way they look at those things.
People don't know what they are. People really don't know what kind of a being they are. And because of that, which is in many cases kept purposely away from them, they're manipulated.
How can you get a grasp of your own life and take any kind of control of your own experience if you don't know who you are, where you are, or the nature of the world you're living in? And this information for me is by far the most important.
The chief responsibility you have to do is to know what you are and be a human being, not a human doing. If we truly knew what we were, we would never do what we're doing.
Although our package of skin and bones looks very convincing, it is a mask, an illusion disguising our true self, which has no limitations.